Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing U.S. marriage visas. So we're talking about the K3 visa, the CR1 visa, and the IR1 visa. We're basically talking about this as a marriage visa in the context of a Lao national married to a United States citizen and the process by which they get that person over to the United States in either non-immigrant K3 visa status or immigrant CR1, IR1 visa status to the U.S. So I get a lot of inquiries about going to the United States from people, obviously due to our job, we get inquiries about, and we see these inquiries come in and they say, how much do you charge to do a K3 visa to the USA from Laos? How much do you charge to do a CR1 visa from Laos to the United States? And that's it. That's all they say. Well, unfortunately, the collective consciousness has kind of gotten this idea in its head that there's like this fixed fee or an ability to provide a fixed fee with respect to, and not have any context of the clients. You don't have any knowledge of the clients whatsoever, and that a fixed fee can be sort of arranged on that basis. This is not a prudent way of looking at this. And in fact, I think most of the folks that are on the internet saying that they can do things with this fixed rate without ever even talking to a client, I think they're mostly basically fakes. So, and we see a lot of this. As I've noted in other videos, pursuant to federal law 8 CFR 292.1, only an American attorney is entitled to charge fees for providing immigration services, for assisting and representing in U.S. immigration cases. That's clear law on that. And there are various memos associated with the USCIS and their prior incarnation, the INS, Immigration Naturalization Service, that go into detail on how only attorneys are allowed to provide these services. And the reason for that is exactly this. There is no uniform one-size-fits-all fee for all, for example, K3 visas from Laos or IR1 visas from Laos. There just isn't. I have to talk to my clients or prospective clients. I have to talk to the prospective petitioner. I have to talk to the prospective beneficiary. I need to understand what their situation is, and I need to understand what they're looking to achieve, how they're looking to achieve it. I need to understand the criminal history of both parties involved. I need to understand any prior immigration history of both parties involved sometimes. But generally speaking, with a U.S. citizen or the spouse of a U.S. citizen, I need to know the immigration history of their Laos spouse and understand exactly if they've had a visa before. If so, what were the conditions of it? And did they overstay, for example? Again, I need all of this information as well as I need to have some idea of the history of this couple's relationship. I simply need to understand what's going on in the case before I can provide a quotation. And I think any reputable attorney will tell you the same thing. Now, different attorneys are going to charge fees in a different way. And I certainly don't begrudge any attorney for charging what they charge. But I certainly have an issue with especially these fake lawyers, fake law firms that are unfortunately out in the ecosystem of the internet surrounding Southeast Asia, and these so-called fake services. What service they provide is simply beyond me. A lot of them say, well, we help you fill out the forms. Well, that's not really a service. Somebody that's fluent in English can pretty simply fill out the forms. Now, attorney guidance for somebody that understands the law and the regulations underlying the forms, that's assistance. That's legal assistance. That being stated, someone that quotes a fee or a sort of set of fees without ever inquiring or talking to the person involved, that person needs to be, or person or operation needs to be viewed with an overabundance of caution. I would even argue with suspicion, because those that are operating that way, in my opinion, they're not ascertaining the situation of a case. And unfortunately, I think with a lot of these fake lawyers, they also may take a case knowing full well the applicant may not even be eligible for the visa benefit that they're seeking. And they may take the money and go through the motions knowing full well that person's going to be denied. A reputable attorney isn't going to do that. So again, the thing to take away from this video, if you're looking for a quotation regarding fees associated with a marriage visa from Laos, contact us. We're happy to talk to you. We're based in Bangkok. We deal with a lot of cases at the U.S. Embassy in Laos, and we're happy to provide insight, and we'll try to provide a fee quotation that is narrowly tailored to your circumstances and is at a reasonable price to reflect the actual cost of actually processing and an attorney actually representing you before the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of State, and finally, the U.S. Embassy in Laos.